Hello, and yeah,
Then we will split the cases. After Prasanna's presentation, we'll continue with the discussion. We'll stop the recording. We'll restart.
okay. So the recording, you'll have to do it because I'm on my phone. Yeah.
Sure.
So hello and welcome to the 7th week of our 6th anniversary celebrations as we continue our CNE sessions. And all the past 6 weeks have been power-packed sessions, and we have come and presented beautiful cases about case reversals. Amazing ones. So today we have come again for two new cases with two new cases. The first presenter is going to be Prasanna Arun, and the other one is going to be Jyoti Srinivas. And Prasanna Arun has a very interesting case. She is going to present to us about a case on infertility, a case where you will discover that what 18 years of wait can do to a parent, and what happens in a moment of joy when they receive their bundle of happiness in their hands. So it's all about how the journey has been and how she has taken her lifestyle interventions in her hand and help the parents experience that joy. So without any more delay, Prasanna, please take over.
Thank you so much, Danya ji. After long, I am presenting this year the first time. This year, first case presentation. I'm so grateful and thankful for this case, especially. I thank God the trust of holistic nutrition, and I can talk about anything about this case along. But because of lack of this short time, I'm unable to express a whole heart thanks to so many people, and especially I'm thankful to Dr. Suresh. Because of him I got this first after my holistic experience, the handling of infertility case after these many years. So I was really afraid to take infertility cases, but this is my first case, and this is recently she got a delivered baby, and this is my first case as well as very older case as well. So because 2023 I handled this case, but of course last 3 years struggle, but finally God listened, and holistic works really. Thank you, Dr. Suresh sir, and making me stronger, especially dealing these infertility cases. It's been, I think, it's the seventh successful story I can say. So it's add on. All last 7 cases are really amazing. Sometimes I feel like, okay, I'm a biggest gynecologist. Infertility center तो खोलना पड़ेगा. So, but I'm thankful that the learnings which I'm learning here, and the patience, listening spirits, so many things. So this is an application of complete holistic, and I'm so thankful each and every my colleagues here for trusting me as well as making me so much encourageable to take care about infertility cases as well. I want before share my slides. Can you please check whether it is visible or not?
Yeah, Prasanna, it's visible.
Sorry. I think only I got 30 minutes to present, right? So very simple slides, a lot of information in it, lot of emotion in it, lots of love in it, lots of power in it. Okay, so thank you. This is about everything. The story is there in the slide, but I would like to go by one. And before going to that, like the wonderful quote which I like is, because handling all these 3 years with her, traveling with her, even I learned a lot, more than coaching. So because I'm so thankful, always Dr. Suresh also saying that this is a textbook for you. The case comes, it's a textbook, right? So hope is not a belief that something good will happen, but certainly that something meaningful is worth fighting for. I really like the quote, and it is exactly suiting for her case study. That's the reason. And it is a 15 to 16 years of struggle after marriage with a lot of infertility issues like after IVF failures, after IUI, after IVF failure. This is the last chance she got to transform herself. And this is a beautiful study. And before going to that, I just want to, because as a nutritionist, as a clinicians, as a holistic coaches, we should also understand what is going around, right? So that is why we also should know the data, what exactly it is saying. So that's why this slide is the global reality. Like across the globe, most of the infertility cases, you can able to see 1 in 6 adults worldwide experience infertility during their lifetime. Especially in across the global 186 million people living with infertility affected all the gender. It's not about only women are suffering with this. Okay, it is also impacting long-term impact on mental and physical and social well-being. And timely support is not there. Integrated care can change the outcomes. So this is overallly global reality about the infertility cases. Coming to in India, approximately 10 to 15% of Indian couples are experiencing infertility. The prevalences vary by region and study with published estimates ranging from 3.9% to 16.8% for primarily infertility, depending on the definition of population studied. And this is Bohin et al. Study. The reasons behind is urbanizations, late marriages, stress, PCOS, thyroid conditions, and delayed conception. These are all matters, right? So in India, yes, we are seeing almost in every 1 in 10%, 10 to 15% regarding any issues of these if they are facing. This is the challenging time also for every new couple to the older couple. So this is really matters. So raising burden across the urban and rural population, not only urban cities, even rural conditions, rural people also not aware about what exactly do in infertility condition. They already depending on so many treatments, but ultimately failures. Early identification and root causes approach is crucial. Integrated care, medical, lifestyle, emotional support is lacking, and better awareness leads to timely action and improved outcomes. And hope and planning, holistic support can build a healthier families as well. I hope this slide makes sense what exactly going around. The data showing also. So coming to this case, especially in terms of society, okay, childlessness is the problem is not always a medical. The problem is not always a medical. The punishment is always a real. In India, the lack of child is still treated as a curse, not a condition. As I said, 1 in 6 couples very highly experience the infertility cases like they are childless. 27.5 million according to the ICMR in India are suffering with infertilities, and 30 to 40% infertility cases alone in male fertilities. So last 2 years back, I also come across the couple, especially the problem they are thinking only it's a female, but it's not. It is a completely male infertility. It's a zero sperm count. So that case also I reversed last 2 years back. I think already I presented in the conference, male infertility. So this is the 30 to 40%. It is really shock. Only blaming women is not so many people they blame, right? So 6 to 8%, 8 years average time couples struggle before seeking help. They don't because of lack of fear, a lot of fear, lack of education, and no support. So they're simply passing 6 to 8 years after the marriage also. And 80% of women experience emotional distress due to the social pressures. Mostly women affect, right? It doesn't matter that, okay, men have some problem, they will be chup chap. Yes, blame and judgment, emotional abuse, social isolation, relationship strain, loss of self-esteem. So these are the underlying causes. Yeah, there are some couples, they are really facing constant question and unwanted advice, blame from family and relatives, comparison with others, pressure to adopt or try again, threatenings and divorce or second marriages as well, feeling of feel of being incomplete and unwanted, isolation in social gatherings and celebration. So these are the mainly strain points, right? So when couples are not getting on time pregnancy, so they have to go through all these pressures. Okay, it impacts anxiety, depression, emotional trauma, and marital stress, conflicts, loss of sleep, and peace, happiness, decreased confidence and worth. So it's time to change the narrative. Infertility is not a medical condition, not a personal failure. Couples deserve empathy, not the judgment. Support, education, and early care can change the lives. Every couple deserve the respect and hope and chance. So this is what exactly my client, before talking to her, so she already going through each and every area of emotional distress. That's why I'm explaining this is not my data, this is not her data, this is actual that the data why couples are getting these many problems. Hope you got the science behind it also. This is the data science is showing, okay? Okay, according to the Indian study by SMR, okay? I quickly going to my client data. So she's 40 right now. She's 46. When she joined with me, she's 42 years, IT professional, and shifted to US after marriage. And her BMI is 19.4. She's an underweight. Okay, only one and only girl child in her family. So there is no child. So only single child, and also lot of hopes, lot of courage from her mother, because mother is a principal and father is looking after her business, and lot of pampering girl, very stubborn girl. That is how the childhood, a brief about the childhood I'm talking about. So she's very, very innocent. Sometimes she's very anger. She's fluctuated and she lost the love. I can say so many things because the childhood trauma is there that developed. But once she joined with me, so we were discussing. And before talking to this client, so I was really resistant to take this case because whether she's going to listen or not, infertility, what can I do? How can I polish her? How can I take the case in 2020 through that time? I used to handle diabetes and so many cases, but infertility is a very rare and the first most important case for me. So, but whenever I want to talk, only I need to talk around 12 o'clock. That is her timing schedule. So I used to have a lot many wake up times, 12 o'clock, a lot much of sleepless for me, especially. So initial talk was it's okay, okay, she's not accepted that much. Okay, general talk, I am this and that. So profession, this talk only. So initially itself, so we don't close the history. So it's an ongoing procedure for everybody I know, but I really land up with the fear with talking to her. So whenever I talk, okay, something she will not agree. Uh, before advising something or ask something, she will give me a lot of advice for herself. So this is a lot of resistance while taking this case, like a lot of struggle, lot of painful situation, but friendly nature is not there actually. So whenever the patient is comfortable, I can ask more questions and she can open up. Sometimes patients can open up and I can freely flow. The flow will good, right? So I was struggle like most of the days. So whenever I connected, we used to talk morning, like chatting, and then connecting in the evening, like that. So almost it took me for 1 week time to connect properly. So this is what the data, like slowly, slowly. So first, what I understand is listening is very important. As a holistic coach, you should have a patience to listen. This is what I learned from Dr. Suresh sir. Even sir always suggests us, right? So this is not only a changing her life, this is also changing my perspective of thinking about the client. Okay, so the timing and patience, listening, and all these things I learned, especially from her itself. So really, this story changed me a lot, reinforced my belief, and that healing much more than treating the body. So this is what my learning, but of course, it involves mind, emotion, lifestyle, relationship, nutrition together. Okay, so this is what I struggled, but finally, she was really friendly to me, and she eagerly waiting for my call. That's what after weeks, our bondage got really a very good friendly nature. It's not like a coach and a client like that. So then she opened each and every area of her life. So initially, what I understand about her nutrition is very poor. That is why she's an underweight and always she's not demanding high nutritious. She know everything nutritious food and all, but she's resistant to eat, lack of time, all this thing. But coming to here, maybe you will able to see the slides, right? So she struggled somehow the imbalancing of thyroid. So doctor suggested you can go for a maybe mild medicine, and suddenly without any expectations or no planning, she got pregnancy. Initially, once she shifted there, that is unplanned pregnancy, but within a weeks she lost that. That is a previous pregnancy loss, and then year after, then again and again, she is eagerly waiting to get the pregnancy, but somehow it is not happening. It is her perspective. Okay, I need to try and try, but doctor said you cannot conceive easily. After second pregnancy, she developed a lot of fear, anxious, and a lot of traumatical life in herself that is holding her a lot strongerly inside the soul. So she never thought that, okay, I am a woman, I can go for a natural pregnancy. So this is developed from the overtime, from the loss, the first pregnancy. Then on, like she's completely lost her, enthusiasm for natural experience of motherhood. So recurrent infertility is what I feel is like initially she going for eight, I think, number of times IUIs are all are failure, and finally they landed up to IVF with the medical support. Of course, they never concentrate on the nutrition and their emotional health. Only IVF, IUIs failures. Again, they repeatedly asking her to, even though thyroid is a normal level. So they were suggesting that go for a medicine, milder dose. So she developed that also fear. Okay, I'm a hypothyroidism patient and I cannot conceive normally. So this recurrent fearism and also lack of confidence makes her everything failure. So first IVF also failure, second failure, and doctor stopped everything. You have to give yourself a time and let us see for after some time. Like that, all this I think more than 16 years they were living in US. So 15 years completely they were going through. They were never give up, but she never give up. But this is the failure of failure. That's why I took the title of failure, repeated failures of infertility. So yeah, multiple fertility consultation, but she never confident about the doctor as well. Even they don't know what they are treating, what she's getting the treatment as well. So here the data, like after history, so I have just mentioned here the wellness wheel radar. So here you can see the 10% work-life balance and the very poor emotional health. So somehow physical health, nutrition, this is not also up to the mark. I can say almost below 50%. Everything is imbalancing. All her, the wellness wheel is very, very low. So physically, mentally, work balance, nutrition, sleep, emotional health, relationship, and especially spiritual well-being also very, very low. Yeah. So coming to the root causes, see slowly what first initial weeks only understanding her, I used to spend a lot what is going around, what is happening in the family, what she's eating. Only I ask question, she used to say maybe 100 answers for one question. Like that, our conversation went on to 2 hours, 3 hours. So most of the time I used to, observe what all the causes of the root causes. So initially it was really tough, really tough. Even Suresh sir also mentioned it is very tough client for you to handle. How you will handle, I don't know. But he never mentioned after the success of this story, this client got delivered baby. He mentioned that. Yeah, really it is tough for me. One time I used to think like, okay, let her go. So when God's plan is there, that will establish in her life. But whatever the process I need to do 3.5 months, I really struggle. And of course, getting the information is a really biggest task for me. Initially, I asked her to make her availability of husband also, and I'll coming to the point where she's getting a relationship problems with husband also. So I used to uh, mention, like, every time whenever you call is there, at least give a 5 minutes call to your husband. That also very resistant. She never gave me, like, he is like that person. He can't talk. He know everything. He's a very perfect fitness guy. Like that, she used to mention. So there is a resistance, a strong resistance. Also, I have seen in her talks. Okay, the kind of root causes analysis I'm just sharing with you all. So these are the main strong root causes about, highly these infertility cases. Are there? There are some. I can understand the ovulation and egg quality. Everything is fine. But why this problem is, recurrent failures? Why this happening? So these are the root causes. Coming to the chronic occupational stress. Always she's busy with the work. Everybody busy with work. I understand. As an IT person, she's a finance analyst, I think. So very high pressure job, long working hours, constant mental load is there with her. So that is why catching her is very, very, very difficult for me initially. And coming to underweight, of course, she's very lean from the beginning of childhood, but after going there, like these pressures, lack of time, lack of eating habits, and this is also one of the cause. Lack of nutrition also. So no proper carbs, no proper nutrition, no proper hydration, and no proper eating habits, no cooking, healthy cooking that time. So very underweight and no proper nutrition. That is the root cause. Regular meal timings. Yes, if she eat morning breakfast, she will eat dinner at the late night and no hydration between. That is the thing. And sleep deprivation. Yes, of course, lot of pressure, lot of emotional well-being. Imbalancing of emotional health that causes, always she don't get a good sleep. Lack of nutrition also one of the cause, and of course because of the work, late night wake up. So these are all the root causes. Emotional suppression. Coming to emotional suppression is before marriage, like she's a single child, of course, a very professional family, teacher, school management, all these things. So somewhere I find like she lost a love from parents, especially from mother side, always busy, and father side is something different from other fathers. So that's how, like, there is a relationship between mother and father, lot of fights and all. That is there every family, but a strong love with dad is there. She loves her dad, and he never expressed that way. So she need a lot of love, but after the marriage also that carried forward that emotional suppression, a love kind of thing, like she lost before and after also. Why? Because with the career pressure. Okay, so husband is from pharmacy background. When they shifted there, so she only got the job, that's why they went there. And he's very career oriented. He left that career, but looking forward to, equality. Suppose she's an engineer, software engineer, and he's a pharmacist. So he is looking forward other opportunity to shift to IT companies. So that's why a lot of pressure, both comparison, okay, okay, regarding the financial matters and relationship matters, whatever. So he is always busy with the career, and always he's not giving time. Fitness guy, no carbs, no cooking, no properly eating habits. So those pressure also there. What I feel after some time. Okay, relation stress is definitely 100% is there. Whatever she lost before, that she want after marriage, that is not uh, there after the marriage. What I find is relationship stress also there, the kind of lack of love from family members, whatever she expressed, nobody is to listen. So this is the thing. And always she want a perfectionism. Okay, I want means I want, but something there going around. So she's ultimately she lost. So even husband also very want a perfection. I want this protein means I want eggs. That's it, nothing else. So ultimately she won't cook. No, so that is why struggling there from both sides. And previous pregnancy loss is a very mainly root cause for her fear, emotional trauma, and recurrence, and fear of failure. Okay, after that loss, so whenever she go, oh, even though the thyroid normal also, so she used to say me, this is not normal. This is a 0.1%. It is there in my, there is abnormality. So even I asked like what everything cycle going well, even your eggs qualities also improved well. So why you worry? No, 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 this is not enough. So she used to teach me a lot more than. So this is not enough. My doctor said like this. I tried this way. So lot much of discussion going around, and also lack of fear and lack of failure also one of the reason, because self doubting and future worries. If at all if I delivered my baby in 40s, what will happen, maybe this IVF failures again. So lot much of questions, she used to come with a question, again she used to give the answer also. This is what happening almost a weeks together. I'm not going faster, right? Is that I'm going little faster?
No,
Is that
Prasanna, you're fine. Yeah,
I'm then the same line, right?
continue.
Okay. And financial stress. Due to the stress means financial stress means she really wants something property of her own. So she took one property there in US. So that also make her miserable life. Within a 1.5 month after she mentioned me, Prasanna, I got this property my own. So that is the happiest moment. But at the same time, lot of financial stress because she only have to pay a lot. So even though she is having a very good property in India, but that is a little, concern also. Why she is struggling one after one and all. So she's handling alone everything. That also may be a kind of pressure all the time for her. What I find is, okay, I never ask like why, what your husband do, what he will, share and care all these things. But she never opened that way. So, but she mentioned that this is my financial struggle, financial, um, you know, uh, packages. I can say maybe if I earn good, I can maybe I can replace. Maybe I can pay out to all my finances, EMIs and all. And social isolation. She's very limited support. She always not to go out. She never go for functions. There is a Telugu communities as well. So she don't like to go. Always she complained that okay, I don't have time, so I'm weak and I'm lost, all these things. So because of lack of this family and baby, and also they will pinpoint, so that is the social isolation, what I find. So these are the strongest root causes where I identified initially. Maybe it took me a longer time, but this is the stronger causes. This is actually happening in her family, all together, years together. But finally, she approached us. Of course, thankfully, she really opened each and every area. So yeah, this is the clinical timeline. Like BTech, after BTech, her career started and then moved to Bangalore. Then from then to after marriage, US, shifted, miscarriage, hypothyroidism. Even though it is normal, she treated herself. I'm a hypothyroidism. My doctor said. So these repeated, emotion things and fears. So she was into this, another world, I can say. Yeah. So the coming to my intervention for her, first week is I just make her to at least drink water. Hardly she took 1 liter the whole day. Okay, during that winter season, of course, very hard, but she's not a happy person, happy drinker. Any water or milk, nothing. So I make her to drink a hydration. I make her a habit of drinking a good amount of water, and I made her realization of, you're not nourished at all because you are underweight. You have to eat a proper balance. Everything they left only quinoa, one dosa, and quinoa cooked along with the sabji, and quinoa or maybe some chicken salad in the evening. That is their diet, nothing else. So there is no traditional food, there is no rice and all. So I just make her understand how important it is also incorporating rice and cultural food, incorporating dal and rice, sabji, dal, or vegetables or greens. So I made her to eat at least some breakfast initially. So she started having some juices, she started having some rice, incorporating slowly and progressively. It's not happened immediately actually. And protein, anyhow, they're including. So I have included some legumes, some nuts, some boiled ground nuts, like that. So week after week, there is an improvement. So initially she say, I will try, but she will come and do. So initially she resistant itself. Whenever I give some intervention, no, I will try. Let me try. Or I can't do. My husband will not allow. My husband won't eat. So these things only she mentioned. So next fourth week, yeah, sleep also. Okay, during sleep also she used to cry, and she used to talk to mother or talking to somebody. So most of her sleeping patterns also get disturbed. And movement, yes, lack of exercise. Always sitting in chair and only meetings and trainings. This only office morning to evening, late evening. Okay, so this is what the second week I made her to walk. So somehow she enjoyed the walking. First initial thought is go for a walk, nature walk, exposed to the sun. Okay, come out of the home, spend some time. So like that, she maintained very sustainably. Like she loved to do also, but she's unable to make her time. That I made her in the fifth week. Slowly and progressively happened. These are all not happen immediately one after day, one or other week. So consistency, each and every interventions, and mindfulness. Okay, so yeah, exercise she started properly, she sleeps, and stress reduction. Yes, she herself said, I'm feeling somewhat better. Okay, and I make her to journaling all this habit formation. So stepwise, week wise, so there is a definitely progress I have seen in her diet as well, incorporating nuts. Everything is there in kitchen, but she's unable to get the things. So everything, blueberries, strawberries, nuts, everything is aligned, but she's unable to eat. So I make her two different varieties of diets, incorporating antioxidant, rainbow fruit bowls, and chicken with some spinach, dal with some spinach, like that. Okay, which is very traditional Andhra meals only. Okay, so she's incorporating rice, then on. Okay. The This is the holistic approach. Yeah. Once she settled down with the diet, all this habituation, one fine day, so we were talking and talking. Then I slowly incorporated. If somehow the acceptance is not there with you, so why don't you incorporate a kind of acceptance mind? Whatever your husband do, whatever your dad do, whatever you do, somehow self acceptance is very important. Slowly she understood, and I thought of, like, before I give any intervention, I literally pray for her. Okay, this is what our conversation is. So she, whenever she put down the phone, like, always she say, please pray for me. So this is what she mentioned. So we together, we are just like a friendly talk. That's how slowly, after 1.5 months, she, all her habits should be like accepted. The mode it should be shifted from nutrition point of to changes of their habits to acceptance. It happens very, very slowly. And then after I incorporated forgiveness. First, forgive yourself. Whatever you feel like resentment and feeling of fear, forgive yourself. So many times you trouble your body, your emotions. So why don't you forgive yourself first? Then comes your husband, then comes your dad, and then comes your relatives or your colleagues. So she also really religiously followed 100% all the all the holistic tools which I make her to do. And coming to the visualization, then her room is really mess. One day when I'm talking video call, she was showing me this is how my home. So I really make her left and right, like, what is this? It is office room or some dustbin room, like, So completely I made her to clean, how to clean the kitchen, how to organize, and especially bedroom, no? During in a living room, everywhere shouting. That is what happening together, years together with husband and wife. So relationship also gets restored when you declutter your life, your things, automatically the peace will come. So literally she did it. Okay. So proper cooking, proper cleaning, time management, everything she learned. And then comes to visualization. Yeah, I made her one beautiful visualization. I'll show you the next slide. And coming to the gratitude, and then self compassion, and then journaling. So this is a consistent practice. It is not happened in a one day. everyday effort, everyday follow up, and every week after week we sit together and talk together during nights, right? So this is a builder, habit builder with a compassion and love. It's not about the coach and talk with client. So slowly and progressively, everything she communicated, it is like a family member. She communicated every time. Whatever I say, then after 1.5 months, she really begged me what to do next, what to do next. Because all these days, she already wondered how her life transformation happened before joining to holistic works and after the holistic works. Okay, that's why she used to beg me. Before, she used to make me, okay, this quinoa only we eat, and we can't go out, we can't do it, we don't have time, we don't have permissions, so much of mess. But really the compassion, the lovable talks, and made her, something attached. Okay, so this is the, and yeah, relationship communication improved a lot. Actually, she forgave her husband, she forgave her dad also, and there are a lot of communications there happening in their family members after that. And one day she mentioned, yeah, we together spending a lot of time. He also really accepted the things what I am doing, and something change happened in my husband, like that she mentioned. It's a really big change, right? So with all these things, so I think her life is really built up very stronger. I can say maybe a 10 to 20% initial days, and then after 2.5 months, 50 to 60%. I want to show you this visualization how I make her to do every day. Visualize. I make her to practice journal your write your habits and your journaling. After that, make a wish. Oh, I want a baby girl. Okay, already the baby is roaming around and sitting with you. It's there. Okay, already inside of your home. So like that, a kind of visualization, a happiest moment. When you think, visualize, it is there already within you that you don't know. So from the beginning day, I used to make her, okay, visualize one baby girl. Okay, make that picture, whatever your imagination is, to put it into your practice. Maybe she's roaming around, you are more loving to her, like that. So it's a kind of visualization. So I made her to make her profile picture a beautiful baby girl. From the day one only I mentioned, but she put it into practice after 1.5 months. So yes, Prasanna, it really works. I'm really feeling very well. So this constant practice is the main key important outcome of this. I can say the secret of infertility to motherhood. Okay, so this is a visualization where I make every time. I used to ask whether your visualization is done or not, whether your picture is there or not. Okay, I made her to paste, one baby girl picture in front of her system. So this is a beautiful, right? So this is all my experience I share to her. She really liked it. I most of the time our talks should be how I handle my baby when I am in pregnant and before pregnancy, what happened, how I affirm. So these make her a storytelling. So make her real practice of visualization. So this really works for each and every couple. Okay, this is the secret of my treatments. Yeah. So after doing all these things, also she's somewhere around, she complains about so many things. So one fine day we had a talk. Why don't you do some detox? Means burning. This is a visualization talk going on, but something or other coming again. She's going for negativity. Oh, this time my doctor said like this. My husband do like this. So she never concentrated the things. What is the positive in her life? So I said, like, why don't you burn? Whether it is positive or negative, burn it. So a particular 9-day aligned program, a detoxification of burning, she did decluttering and then writing, then release whatever you have, angers, fear, emotion, whatever. Release no longer serves you. So that I made her replace with a positive hope and reset your mind. This is what exactly she followed. After burning, really the game changes started. So let go procedure really making her resetting and rising her confidence. So her improved, she improved. What are the observations I made is, I observed is improved sleep quality, reduced emotional reactivity, greater sense of calm, increasing emotional expression, yeah, better health communication, especially relationship. Husband listening, he started listening, and he also got an opportunity in IT sector. And of course, in between, she bought a very good bungalow villa and a greater confidence and self-efficacy. I forgot to include one of the uh, big slide actually I made, but I can explain. I'll go back and yeah. So gratitude. So in terms of gratitude, we used to follow gratitude writing and all, right? So I one day I mentioned that why don't you give a one seed of gratitude to for your for your visualization. Maybe you want a baby girl or you want to conceive easily. So why don't you give us some charity? I made a big slide. Sorry, I forgot to mention it. I mean, made it here. So gratitude means she sow a very wonderful seed of giving. Okay, so one fine day we were both are talking about charity. So why don't you sow a good seed for a good compassion or maybe some charity? For especially for this desire. So she sent me on her birthday. One fine day, I got a call from this charity. We want a support for these poor people. So she said, like, I can't do it in AOS. Why don't you do it for me on behalf? So, so she sent me 7,000 rupees to give a good meal, one meal for a poor people, around 50 people, 50 girls and boys. So in a Chennai. So I sent, and that was done very wonderful, and really she was felt very happy. And that time I make her a one gratitude prayer that whatever you seed, whatever you are putting the seed, on behalf of your visualization or whatever your desire, it will going to establish any time of your life, whether it takes 1 year, 6 months, or maybe after 6 years, after 10 years, you will be definitely going to your mother. So this is what I simply give a an idea, a gratitude of seed. So that also happened after 3 months, I think. So one fine birthday, she sent me, Prasanna, can you do it for me on behalf of me? So that pictures also I have still. So this is one of the gratitude seed already before conceive. She sowed a seed. Okay, this is one of the biggest, I can say the intervention only which I made her to do also. Really, it works, right? Prayers also really work. Yeah.
Um,
So
can I just ask one thing? Sorry to interrupt. I just
yes.
lost it when you said, what did you tell her about
You can
sowing the
ask
seed of
the
charity?
No, every day we do some visualization prayers and all for her desire, right? So we put some sowing a seed, okay? So we give some charity to the poor people, just like a meal, okay? One meal, we send some amount to them, and also they also prayed for her. So we mentioned this. She is really looking forward for to conceive. Please pray for her. So they also prayed. So 50 small children got one good meal, right? So that is the sowing a seed on behalf of her desire. So she desired for that, and also this charity really worked. You got my point?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So this is my client story, as I mentioned. Yeah, after repeated doctor consultation failures, so she landed up with the holistic works, and she landed in holistic works, and then different consultation, repeated failures, unstable thyroids, or really got stabilized, and IVF. The last recommendation is the doctor strongly suggested that this is the final IVF. After that, there is no choice for you because there is no hidden causes for her, but only repeated failures. Whenever she go, failures, reasons even doctors also don't know, and even she don't know, but as a holistic coaches, right? So these are the root causes, but she never accepted. But finally doctor said this is the only last chance. After this you can go and get one baby, maybe you can adopt in India. This is what the final decision. So she was completely lost. One fine day, she called me and Prasanna, this is what doctor said. I said, you are believing? No, 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 I'm not believing. But this is what doctor suggested. But again, fear, lot of fear. It is maybe a year back, I got a call. Okay. So this is the recommendation by doctor, but that time she never accepted. yeah, let me try. But even that situation also, she said, let me try. This is the final, but let me try. So she never give up a hope, and lifestyle continued. Yeah, same lifestyle, whatever I suggested for 3 months. By the way, this patient is not with me for the last whole 3 years, but she's completely, like every 3 months, every here and there, she used to message me, call me, and getting the information, and I'm taking the information. That's it. But 3.5 months she got everything training. Okay, so almost 4.5 months I regularly with her, but after that she left, and of course she used to follow whatever she learned. So the final pregnancy IVF plan, and by that time everything is normal, and doctor tried in that trials also, doctor said there is no hope. But she called me that time, Prasanna, I'm really very stronger in my inside, so this time anyhow it will be there. But somehow a little bit of fear in case it happened, no means what I can do. So I wished some prayers and some affirmation. I used to send every day, I mean, during that period, so there is a period, 14 days period. So during last 14 days period, we used to together, we used to send affirmation together. Okay, you do this and you pray for me, and you do this. I used to send affirmation, she used to send me, pray for me, like that, well wishes. So like that it happened, and then I also forget, and I'm busy with my work, and because there is no proper communication, no. So she said, like, I'm in bed rest, Prasanna, one fine day it is positive, but still I'm not sure after 3 months I can talk to my parents regarding the result. So she was filled with a lot of fear and completely bed rest. She left the job. After all these years, she herself took break to the career, and she took the rest. IVF got settled, of course, the positive. And after 3 months, she was struggled with, okay, what happened? If anything happened in the 4th month, 5th month, nothing happens here. Everything is God blessing you. Take care that blessing. That's it, I said. So she was very wonderfully, motivated herself entire her 9-month journey. And recently, 3 months back, she delivered a baby girl, which was actually she visualized. What a wonderful journey. Lot of tears, lot of story, lot of discussion, lot of crashes, lot of things. Emotionally, we both. And I don't know, she more struggled more than me. I'm a counselor, I'm a coach, but hand holding approach is really works. And only medical treatment and medical professional, they won't believe what is happening actually with her. But God knows, her belief system knows, her body knows, her soul knows. When she relieved everything, so it is just showing like a unbarren soil to fruitful garden, right? So that is what we did, like poor nutrition to balanced nutrition, chronic stress to hormonal harmony, hormonal imbalance to hormonal harmony, inflammation, low energy to increase energy levels. Uterus is not functioning optimally, of course, without any nutrition, without any emotional health. Yes, uterus health needs a nourishment, a good flow of blood, a good nutrition, a well-being, right? As a woman, you should respect your organs as well. So many things we used to discuss. This is what I shared to her also. See, unbarren fruit to, fruitful life, like a garden. Okay, so this is really, I liked it. So we pour soil maize, so we did preparation and nourishment and growth, and now abundance, now fruitful life, like baby girl with very confident, radiant health now. She's so happy, she's so busy with the baby girl now. I think I've shared to Dr. Suresh baby girl picture as well. And she's so busy and she's so confident and she's so shy to share her testimony, even including her story. But I said, like, I don't open up all your story, but this is what the actually worked with holistic nutrition. I have to committed to say your story with my colleagues and with Dr. Suresh, I said. Then she agreed, but she said, like, don't open up my all the reports and all. Okay, just tell like a story. So with that, her permission only, I'm telling you the truth story actually. Okay, a beautiful baby girl, like the same baby girl also like this, oh, become a heartbeat a journey of faith, care, and unwavering belief turned our dreams into reality. Yeah, this is what my visualization also. Every day I used to pray her. Every day I used to pray for her, and every day I used to claiming that baby girl will come. So whenever she used to speak, oh, my baby girl will come. Yes, Prasanna definitely come. So yeah, thank you so much for the all throughout my journey. I because of holistic applications and because of my the training which I get from Dr. Suresh and all of my colleagues here, it makes me more stronger to listening spirits. Definitely, I don't agree that like before I was not at all. Okay, listening means fatafat. I used to take the history. Okay, one day done. So, but with this client, I learned a lot. It's not about history in a one day. It takes almost 3 months for me to understand her, to make her understand, to make adjustments, to give her interventions. It is a long way to go. Yes, all those struggles, 3 years journey makes me really happy. This is my first case, but before that, I already like before her delivery, almost 7 successful infertility cases. Sometimes I used to think who I am. Like I'm not a doctor, but I am a holistic coach, which uh, successful cases of infertility is really a very piece of cake for me right now. And I'm so thankful and grateful to God and all my colleagues. The treatments, I mean, treatment in the sense, the interventions, which I learned from holistic is really realistic whether you believe or not, whether the doctors believe or not, this is amazing. Yes, this is amazing case. This is very heartful case for me. There are lot many things to explain, but very simply, I just simplified all the slides. Only 12 slides, but lot much of story inside. Yeah, so parents are very happy and they are back to US and they stayed together for 6 months, I think. Mother is there with her right now, and her father also changed a lot. A very bad relationships he used to maintain, but that also changed after the granddaughter comes. He is completely changed. So that's what she mentioned. So relationship got restored by the way, like all the infertility case gone. I mean, childless problem gone, and also restoration in the relationship. Everything is blessing. She's enjoying every day with baby because whatever she lost all these 18 years. Okay, so now she's very happily living and enjoying as a motherhood. Right now, she's not in contact right now because she's always busy. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much, Prasanna. It was an amazing, really nice case study.
yeah.
And really, I can sense all the joy that you are feeling. Of course, and the parents, how they must be feeling. So, yeah, we are looking forward to many other cases that you have presented and resolved of infertility. That would be really good if, whenever you feel like you can come up with all the other cases also, so that everybody over here can get inspired through your case studies, right? Girl, coaches,
Thank
any queries or any kind of, you've got a lot of appreciation, Prasanna, for this case. Anybody has got any queries, or else we'll move on to the other case.
Prasanna has become fertility specialist.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Congratulations.
Initially, I refused to hear, okay, you are infertility specialist. Yes, everything is changing. It is also happened with you as well when you treat with holistically. But
Yeah.
understanding the patient is really matters. And yeah, with compassion, love, whatever I mentioned here in presentation. Thank you so much for patient listening, all of you, whoever joined here. I don't know, I was in flow. I don't know whoever joined here. I'm really with tears, lot of happiness. So more than my clients, so we used to celebrate. We celebrated actually. So almost 1 hour, I used to call everybody, my mom and my dad, Dr. Suresh sir also, sir, this is what happened. So yeah,
So it's a good case, amazing case study. I think before any more any more delay, I think we should call upon Jyoti Srinivas. Jyoti, I think you can just stop the session and then restart it.